So Lynn, how much money have you made so far in real estate?
You can't ask that. You can't ask that.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Primetime Primo. Today we have an exclusive guest, Lynn Sundberg, one of the leading industry specialists, and find out how she got her footing in the competitive Dubai real estate market.
I own, like, on my
your
free
own
time.
investments, right?
Yeah. So, and then I just moved here, and I always wanted to be a real estate agent, but in Sweden you have to study 3 years.
Next, we explore the Scandinavian market and their opinions about Dubai real estate.
Just recovering, to be honest. It's just recovering. The mortgage rate are getting better. It's take a lot for them to do an investment, especially outside.
Lastly, we delve into the future of Swedish agents in the Dubai real estate market.
I think more and more people hearing about me, and more people knows about me because of real estate. Yeah, in Sweden.
So, Lynn, for the past 4 years, you've been one of the top sellers in Dubai real estate market. How have you achieved that? Where did you start from?
Yeah, you took me under your wings. There, where everything began.
No, my love, you're very humble. You're very humble. But me and Lynn, we go back 4 years almost, and we started in the real estate journey together at our previous company. And ever since then, you've had, it's about you. I always have this saying, and actually I learned it from Dr. Anand. He's one of the most famous, influential people in the real estate market. And I love this to him when he used to say this and train us. He said, you can give a basketball to 1 million people, and only one of them will be Michael Jordan. So the effort came from you, like it's the same thing we do. But you had the potential.
But I couldn't do it without your support.
Yes, but most of the credit goes to you because you had the potential. And you're the one who did it. And we saw that potential in you. And I remember it took you how many days to close your first deal?
3 weeks.
3 weeks with no experience about the market. And you just came to Dubai, you just moved here, and in 3 weeks you closed your first deal in a market that was just growing, extremely difficult, direct from the developer. And I remember it was 4.75 million in Stella Maris, an off-plan project in a market when no one believed in off-plan projects. But what made you special, in my opinion, was that you were eager. You were eager to learn. You were eager to do everything on your own. Yeah, hunger.
Just pure hunger.
Pure hunger. And I saw that in you, and I admired that about you. And I told myself, we're going to kill it with this girl. Like, we are going to destroy the market with this girl. So it was a good investment from my side as well.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've not just been colleagues working together. We're partners. We're friends. We're like family, But I want people to hear it from your side, How was your first experience in real estate?
So I moved to Dubai. I was here 5-6 months before I started real estate. I rented my first apartment, and I met you. And the day after, I just called you like, yo, you were cool. I want to start working with you. Because I did some real estate before in Sweden. I was buying and renovating and flipping.
But you did that on a personal level,
right?
You weren't
like
an agent,
on my
your
free
own
time.
investments, right?
So, and then I just moved here, and I always wanted to be a real estate agent. But in Sweden, you have to study 3 years. And
they're very serious about it.
Yeah, very serious.
I heard if you make like small mistakes and they complain, they can take away your license as well.
Yeah, they do. And so it was just pure hunger. And I think everything that's needs is sales.
Correct.
And I have a sales background for many, many years. So I just saw the opportunities. Like when you come to Dubai and see it with your own eyes, like the opportunity you can make, it's so many. I just got overloaded, like, oh, wow.
But yeah, that's actually a very interesting point, because back then I was working as an agent, and funny enough, Lynn calls me on Property Finder, and she's like, "I'm interested in this unit that you have for rent." And then we go there, we close the deal, I rented it out to them, and just as she says, the next day she calls me and she's like, "I like you, you're a cool guy, and I want to do what you want to do." And I told her, "Okay, where else to start? Just come to me, we'll do it together." And mashallah, ever since then, like, your track record has been astronomical. Astronomical from a business point of view, from a personal point of view. You close your first deal. I think a month and a half after that, you jump from a 4.75 million dirham deal to a 21.5 million dirham deal. And back then, 21.5 million is equivalent to selling around 40 million now. And then month after month was growth. I mean, the next month, I think 2 months after that, 30 million. Then after that, 10 million, 20 million. And all of them were high-ticket, bulk deals. And once again, we come back to the most important thing that you have, as hunger. You don't let the deal go, right or wrong. Great. And that was your key to success.
I just thinking, like, all the calls I've been making to you, like early morning, like 6 a.m. and then like 1 a.m. at night. Like,
oh God.
My phone in the beginning to you was like very intense.
It was intense, yeah.
So
at least 20, 30 calls a day, you know. But that's good.
Yeah.
But this is how a partnership works, you know. Like someone, let's look at any company. One division does marketing, one division does sales. A law firm, one division does the legal consultation, one division does the representation. So it's the same thing, you know. You're out there on the field, and it was always like this from the beginning. I told you, Lynn, I don't want you sitting behind the desk. I don't want you to fill your head with laws, regulations. I'll take care of that. You out in the field, on the front lines, getting the clients, closing, bang, 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 bang. And by the way, one thing I especially admire about Lynn is that she listens. And she has the capacity to learn. For example, every single deal that you've closed till now, and they're all in profit. Not a single client has made a loss with you to this day. Why? Because you consult. You come to me and you're like, "Is this a good project? Do we sell it?" If I tell you yes, you do your own research and then you sell it. If I tell you no, we look for another product, and that's very good.
Yeah, and everyone have come back.
All of them. Like you have like, I know one of your clients. He's a regular buyer. Just that one client. How many deals did he directly buy from you, and how many did he refer? At least 10, right?
Yeah.
Just from one client, because we took care of him. Everything you told him was the truth.
Yeah, it's so important to just be direct and honest with your client, and really make them comfortable in the process.
Right. You're from Sweden, right, Lynn? There are not many Swedish agents in the market. Actually, there's not that many Swedish people in Dubai. There are more now, but...
Yeah, they're coming more slowly, more and more, but it's not that many.
Okay, and how's the Swedish market right now? Real estate market? Like, let's say compared to Dubai.
It took a hit from the COVID, and it's just recovering, to be honest. It's just recovering. The mortgage rate are getting better. So the market's going up. But it's been like 4 years since COVID, right? Yeah.
And you're just recovering the Swedish market.
Yeah.
It wasn't very easy on you guys, I think, the COVID, right?
Not at all.
But how is it being...
Like Europe and Sweden went down while Dubai...
just kept going.
Yeah. So it's totally different.
I mean, like, personally, with my experience in this market, I think I could name 6 or 7, like, purely Swedish agents in the market, maybe even 5, of which 3 of them are in our company. So does that affect you in any way, being one of the only few Swedish agents in the market? Does that help, or is there any downsides to it?
I think more and more people hearing about me, and more people knows about me because of real estate. Yeah, in Sweden. But I'm not interacting with them so much.
Why is that? I even noticed majority of your clients are non-Scandinavian.
Yeah, they're not Swedish and Scandinavian. I don't know. I think it's take a lot for them to do an investment, especially outside, where they don't know so much about the country. And Dubai is new for them. They don't really believe in Dubai, or they haven't done. Like, more people see Dubai as opportunities nowadays, but before, like with women rights and like and slavery labor and all this stuff, it's have really
it's impact.
It's really did an impact on the Swedish people, I think. And still, when I go back, like they are like, oh, but how do you wear?
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting in a dress now, like.
But and it's not like
it's
exactly
normal.
it's just in their head, you know. It doesn't, like you said, like the way you're dressed, how free you are, how open you are to work. I mean, like you're the top 1% of agents in the market, and 70-80% of the agents in the market are men. And have you faced any limitations as a woman in the industry?
Not at all.
So I feel like it's just a lack of information when it comes to the Swedish market about Dubai. There's been a lot of negative publicity in the past, and they still believe this. But my question is this, and I've experienced this with Scandinavian clients personally as well. Even when you tell them the truth or you show it to them, they still don't believe you.
They don't believe
you.
you.
But why is that? Where does this mentality come from?
I don't know. But I've always been like that. Like,
but how come you were not like that? You took the risk. You came to Dubai, and the people all around you are saying these things. Why are you different from the rest of the Swedish people?
I think it's because I've been traveling so much. Like since we were young, like my mom, every 2 days a year we were traveling to a new country. Instead of Christmas gifts, we did a trip. Instead of birthday gifts, we did a trip instead. So I think I've seen the world with my own eyes.
Right.
And different culture. And I mean, we lived in Thailand. We went to school there. It's very easy life. Like, you don't wear shoes to the school. You just go barefoot, you know?
Seriously?
Yeah. Like,
I remember
it's so chill life.
Like, you went to school in Thailand.
And I think, like, when you're stuck in Sweden, when you're stuck in one country and only see, like, the environment there and don't learn from other culture, I think you get a bit, the area is unaware. How to say?
Like it's like something completely new to you. It's like, meeting an alien.
Yeah.
You know?
How can I trust that new thing?
Right.
You know? But I've already been there or seen it.
But I feel like there's improvements in the mentality now. More of them are visiting, more of them are investing. It's not crazy. I wouldn't say it's like a 180-degree turn, but there has been improvement. A lot more Swedish people and Norwegians are coming to Dubai, right?
Yeah, but they are very slowly.
Very slowly, yeah.
Small steps.
True. And because we need to factor in something, Scandinavia is not entirely European, you know? They're a bit more isolated in all terms. I mean, like, the markets there are different, the culture is different, the rules and regulations are different, and even the geographical location and climate isolates you guys a bit. Like, if we look at the rest of Europe, for example, Germany, you know, in 2021, 2022, we had a German boom, and it flipped in a few months, and suddenly everyone from Germany was buying.
Yeah.
Because once again, Germany is more multicultural. You have Arabs, Middle Eastern, and it's closer to Dubai geographically, and they border with like other European countries that are also very diverse. So that's why I think Scandinavia is a more difficult market to penetrate, and your culture is also very strong in Sweden. The way you do things, the way you do business, and everything is very strict. Like you said yourself. An agent in Sweden, he has to study for 3 years, and not easy studying. And after that, if you make an error, if you cheat a client or something, they complain against you. They block your license.
Yeah, totally.
They're very strict about it.
Yeah, but even in Dubai, if you do something, they block you.
I'd rather not comment. Lynn, have you ever heard of the phrase, don't get high off your own supply? You've heard of the phrase, right? By the way, normally it's not a good thing, and it comes with a very bad connotation. But in our industry, I like it. Do you know why? Because you're not just selling something you don't believe in. You've invested here as well for yourself, right? You bought a house.
Yeah.
Many congratulations to you for that. I'm very proud of you. But you know how much value that adds to you as someone who's selling Dubai?
Yeah.
You're eating at your own restaurant. You're wearing your own shoes if you had the brand. And you bought your own product.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, that's something very important that you can inform your clients. You can tell them about it. The personal connection that you get is like, you know, sometimes, believe it or not, in my career, I've been asked a few times, have you invested in Dubai? And if you answer yes to that, imagine how much more comfortable the client would feel, right?
Yeah, of course. Then it's a receipt that you
you're buying your own product.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind the audience knowing, where did you invest in Dubai?
I invested in GVC. It was a guy who bought a full floor, so he got the price per unit very, very low compared to everyone else, and so I just bought
one unit from
him. Yeah,
okay. And you got a good deal on it, right?
So good.
Yeah, and I noticed that as well. Somehow, miraculously, you always seem to find deals for clients.
Yeah. This one will easily do 10 to 14% ROI in rental yield. Yeah.
How much?
100%.
Like what percentage roughly lower than the market did you buy? Back then, I mean.
20.
You bought it at 20% below the market, and I'm assuming that property has gone up by 20-25% till now. Wow. So you are currently around 40% below market price.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How much do you want for it?
Not selling.
You're not selling.
No, I really want to keep it.
No, it's definitely a good idea. And I know what you bought, and it's definitely a great investment, to be honest. But how did you meet the guy in the first place who had the full floor?
I met him randomly in a sales center.
Let's not mention the sales center. We don't want to get blacklisted. But okay, so you met him randomly at the sales center.
Yeah.
And then?
And then I took his contacts. I asked him what he was buying and what he had bought. And if I could take one of his
units. Did you sell anything? I think you sold some of his other units to your clients as well, right? Yeah.
Because it was so good deals. Like, if you
yeah.
compare it to the first launch price and the price I got and my client got.
It was Ellington, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. You got an impossible deal with Ellington. Ellington's prices right now are astronomical.
Yeah.
Always a great product, but their prices are expensive now. And what you had was deal of the year, you know?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I was really lucky.
But you, on a personal basis, where do you get most of your clients from? Because you never did what... another thing I like about you is you never did what traditional agents did, you know, come to the office.
I have never done the traditional
sit on the leads,
way.
get a listing, put a listing. You do none of that. So I'm pretty sure people are also curious, where do you get your clients from?
Yeah, I go to events. Like, that's how I got my first client.
Like networking events?
Yeah, only networking, I would say. And referrals.
Networking and referrals. Yeah. Great. And that's worked very well for you so far.
I'm like you said, I'm never in the office. You barely see me here. Because I'm out. Like, I'm out meeting people. Go to networking events, training events. Like, you meet a lot of people.
Like what
everywhere.
training events?
Like yoga classes, training classes, spinning classes. Like, you talk to the people afterwards, you meet them, and everyone is there to get a sweat and meet people, you know?
Get a sweat and meet people.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that one.
It's many places like you can meet. Like, for example, if I don't go to office, I go to a sales center.
Oh, great.
You know, so you always meet people.
You know, I wish more agents did that, to be honest. Lynn, and you've been in the market for 3-4 years now as well, and if you remember the agents back then compared to agents versus now, the agent now just expects the deal to land on their lap, you know. Maybe for you now, after all these sales and experience, sometimes the deal lands on your lap, but it's not possible, right? You have to run for the deal.
Yeah, you have to put effort in for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, the people will not come to you. You need to catch them. You need to follow up. You need to run after them. And you need to catch them.
Yeah.
And it's a hard way to do it.
Yeah, but the mentality these days is the agent, he comes, he goes to the companies, he's like, oh, which one of you give me better leads? Okay. average conversion rate for leads in the market is like 1% or 0.5%. So from each 100 or 200 leads, you're closing one. So how would you expect to grow like that? And if you're averaging 4 leads a day, that's roughly like 70 to 80 leads a month. So you're just going to wait for one deal to miraculously happen every 3 months.
Yeah.
It's the wrong mindset.
Yeah, and even like I did cold calling before I came here. That was my business in Sweden. And I was so good at it, but I was also so tired of it when I came to Dubai. So I literally refused. That's why I think I did how I did it, because I didn't want to do the calling again. So that's why I had to find another way. So,
something different.
Yeah, so like you meeting people, they need to like you to even listen to you. So wherever you're standing, like if you're standing in the elevator, start to talk to them. If they like them, you change number, you have their number. They follow you, they see your stories. You're making a broadcast, add them into there, they see what you're doing, see your products, and until they have seen it like minimum 15 times, they would start to reach out.
That's amazing.
Or tell a friend, oh, I know a real estate agent in Dubai.
That's incredible. And in my opinion, that's the right way to do it. Like,
because I think like I was selling phone subscription. That's a easier way to do over the phone.
that's a great success story. From phone subscriptions to multi-million-dollar deals in the span of 1 year. You should write a book.
That would take ages.
Yeah, no one's got time for that. We have clients to follow up with that.
But I think, it's easier if you meet the client yourself face to face, and instead of just calling the person, because the person's going to do a life decision.
Right.
So it's not small money we're talking about when you're buying a property.
Very good.
So...
And now you have more responsibilities. You've grown, Lynn, not just with your clients, but you have a team now. And you have, I think, the most successful Swedish team in Dubai. I can comfortably say that, and I put my money on it. But you have the most successful Swedish team in the market now. And how is that going for you, being a team leader and having an exclusively Swedish team?
It's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
And how is it with the trainings, the responsibilities, and things like that?
It's 100% responsibility from the agent who's coming, because I need go-getters.
Right.
I will always be there. I will support them whatever they need, but they need to come to me and tell what they need. I will tell them everything in the beginning. I will give them a guideline and a timeline to do everything. But after that, everything is up to you.
They need to run after you.
Yeah, they need to run. If they want something from me, I will always
They
be
need
there.
to call you 100 times a day.
Exactly. Exactly. You need to, if you want something, you need to be that annoying person who wakes your boss up 6 a.m.
I'm going to give your team targets. I'm going to give them, you're not going to call the clients 100 calls a day. You're each going to call Lynn 100 times a day, you know? Give you a taste of your own medicine. That. Yeah, of course. And you know, I value that. It tells me that the agent is working. Yeah. You know, they're actively running. They're actively either running to get information or close. And they're actually showing you
in the same way.
Yeah, of course.
You get free feedback.
Yeah, exactly. Like when they call you, like let's say they ask 10 questions about object one or one bedroom, as an example. You know they're selling object one. Yeah. You know what they're doing, what kind of clients they're dealing with. So it's very good. The team has to be active. But do you find it more difficult with the agents in the market now compared to before?
You mean generally?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like more and more changing business. But I also feel like more and more comes and try this business out.
Just try it.
Try it. Yeah. But since I started, it's not many that I know that actually stayed.
They've left, they've done other things. There's been a lot of change, right, compared to before. But also maybe you're not noticing it, Lynn.
Yeah, exactly.
We went from 7,000 to 60-something thousand, you know. Even the ones that you knew in this big pool of agents, they disappeared, you know, like where are they? What are they doing? Like they're gone. But I still believe the agents back then, they were a different level, you know, because everyone back then had to run.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it was a war.
It was war, yeah. It was war. Any moment, your client could go with someone else. If you gave them lower commission, this, that. So it was very difficult to hold on to a client. You had to know everything.
Yeah.
Remember Stella Maris, the first deal? We closed at around 8 or 9 p.m. I was in JBR, and I think you were somewhere else. I was at a viewing. And, like, we had 5 minutes to close the deal. Ali, he's taking it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh, God, damn. Now I'm in the viewing. Okay, what to do? We call the developer, send the sales offer, send this, bank account details, guide them, do this, do that. All of it in like 5-10 minutes, you know? Maybe if that 10 minutes became 11 minutes, you would lose the deal.
Yeah.
And you would lose one of your biggest clients to come, you know? So everything, you had to be fast back then. You had to be knowledgeable. And I feel like people are more relaxed now, you know, because nowadays...
That's how I see also in some people. They are very slow to give follow-up and stuff.
They don't.
Like, if you fast in a deal from the beginning, like, you will catch him. But if you wait more than 4 days to reply following up or send options,
a million things could have happened.
It's done.
A million things could have happened.
Yeah.
It's like a hot potato. When it's out the oven, it's hot. The more you let it out, it gets colder and colder and colder. You never know. Per hour, anything could happen.
Yeah.
He could have gone on Property Finder. You could have called the developer directly. You could have spoken to another
find
agent.
another agent. It's very easy.
Or just changed his mind. You know, like cold feet. Oh, you know what? It's a lot of money. Maybe I will just not spend anything. I will just save my money. You know. That's the thing, though. A million things can happen, and you need to eliminate that probability. And what I'm saying is not be just a salesperson like the Wolf of Wall Street. No, but sometimes it's beneficial for the client as well.
So much.
Yeah.
You basically need to be on standby all the time.
All the time. All the time. And, you know, like maybe genuinely, like Lynn, I'm the client and you're Lynn. You have a very good product, right? And you're the specialist of real estate. But I don't know this. So sometimes you, Lynn, as an agent, you need to push me to make the right decision as a client.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you don't have the knowledge.
I don't have the knowledge. And the way that I can be comfortable is because I know Lynn, till this day, hasn't made a loss for any client. All the portfolios are in profit.
Exactly.